morning, everyone. Hey, we are going to my foot guide today. I'm super excited. I'm being recasted again for another check socket because I've shrunk so much that it's time for a new one. And I'm really super excited because I get my rush foot today. Yay! So stay tuned and we'll see you soon. I'm here at Pacific Medical and I'm getting ready to try on my new rush foot and get casted. You're wearing Sissy's sweatshirt. Your nails look really pretty.
Thank you.
Hi Charlie, how are you? It's good to see you. So the braces are fitting well? Yeah, they're fine.
Okay, stop it.
So I have the Freedom Innovations Maverick foot on. We're going to try it out for the half of the day and then we're going to come back and I'm going to be a rush girl. Okay, so that was the Freedom Innovations Maverick foot. Okay, now we're going to try this again on the Rush 87. Okay, now we're going to try some stairs. That was amazing. That was the first time ever that I've did an actual cadence going up and down stairs. Amazing. Love Rush. I'm gonna really test this foot out today. Right here. I really didn't jump. I'm still on my test socket, but I'm definitely trying out this foot. I'm gonna put it through whatever I can put it through. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, so we're home. That was a long day, but it was a fun day. We had a great day and we got a lot of stuff done. And I came home with some fun and exciting things. So I just kind of want to tell you a little bit about what we did today and the different feet that I tested today and how I kind of compare them to each other. So I started the day off in a K2 foot, which was just a loaner foot that I had used for 2 weeks. And, you know, I was very grateful for that I was just able to get up and move around, you know, super grateful. And didn't really have anything to compare it to by any means, so I had no idea what I was doing. So we went in today to Pacific Medical and I was recasted because I needed to have a new test socket done because I had shrunk so much that I was using so many plies of socks that it was just making it really, really uncomfortable to wear more than, you know, just a few hours, and that would be for the whole entire day. So I was casted, and while my cast was being made, they had me try the Freedom Innovation Maverick foot, which is kind of like the knockoff to the Rush 87 foot. And so those are the two feet that I really test drove today. And so I test drove the Maverick foot first, and we put that on my old socket while my new socket was being made. So we went out on the town for a couple hours, you know, walked around all the different stores. We went up and down stairs, walked down hills, walked up hills. I really, really, really put it to the test. So then we get back to the office and my new test socket is done. So we put the Maverick on the new test socket because I just really kind of wanted to make sure that I, gave it a fair chance. So I can kind of really see what both sockets felt like, with a K2 foot and a K3, K4 foot. So I did that. And it felt really nice. The new socket felt fantastic. It's amazing when you have a socket that fits the right way versus one that does not fit the right way. So then we took that foot off and then we put the Rush 87 foot on my new socket. And I test drove that. Well, let me tell you. It's like test driving a Honda and then getting in a Cadillac and test driving a Cadillac. Night and day difference. And hands down, I really, really like the Rush foot 110%. And these are the reasons why I like the Rush foot over the Maverick. One, the toe on the Maverick was a bit squishy for me. When you had a step, you felt like you were falling into that step. It was just, kind of squishy, didn't feel very secure for me anyway. That's how I felt. And then I felt like there was a couple little dead spots and, it was to the point where there wasn't a lot of energy return by any means because of the toe being a little bit shorter and a little bit squishier. I liked the flexibility of the foot itself. That was really super nice and it felt good. But I felt like I needed something a little bit stiffer to where I had more energy return, and because I will be doing a lot more higher impact activity. So then we tested the Rush foot, like I said, and the one thing that I loved about the Rush foot was the flexibility that I had with that. I didn't really feel like I had a lot of flexibility with the Maverick. And the toe itself was longer. It had a longer toe base to it, and you had to really push over that toe. And when you push over that toe, it's going to give you a ton of energy return to help you get into that next step. So side by side, let's say we were walking up the stairs. I could get up the stairs, no problem with both of the feet. With the Maverick foot, I really felt like I had to work for that next step. I really felt like I was putting my hip into, lifting my leg and making sure that I got, to that next step. I really felt like it was, it took some work to do that. With the Rush 87 foot, I did not feel that whatsoever. I felt like there was enough toe. It wasn't squishy. It lifted me right up, kind of sprung me forward to get to that next step. It was an amazing feeling. And then also, walking up a hill, it wasn't a lot of hard work at all on either one, and then, it was squishy going up with the Maverick, and then, trying to get over and to carry out your cadence through a hill was, it was kind of tiring at the end. Then when I did it with the Rush 87 foot, that was not the case whatsoever. It just like sprung you forward. You felt like you were kind of walking on air. It was fantastic. So side by side, if I had to choose one over the other, I would, for myself, definitely go with the Rush 87 foot, because that felt like amazing. I had to at one point stop and, really kind of think about where I was at and what I was doing, because it really didn't even feel like I had a prosthetic leg on whatsoever. That's how natural, that felt. It felt organic, felt natural. It felt like it was a part of my body, and I didn't have to work hard. I didn't feel tired, nothing. And I wore my leg all day today. So that was huge for me. From going from only 2 to 4 hours to wearing it, like 12 hours today. That was absolutely fantastic. So I am very proud to say that I am a proud new owner of a Rush 87 foot. I highly recommend you guys making sure, for one, when you go in to get your feet, that you ask to test drive some of these. You can do that. You need to do that because I feel that you really need to fully appreciate, what you're going to be wearing and what to feel, what, a K2 foot feels like, what a K3 feels like, and so on, and like all the different features, of what these feet feel like. It's super important, and you can do that. So don't let your prosthetist tell you, no, you cannot do that. You can, okay? Seriously, please, please have at least, a couple different feet to try in there so that you know exactly what they all feel like, because you may not need, a lot of energy return, or you are maybe hoping to have some more energy return because you want to be more active in your daily lifestyle, which I definitely encourage you to do that. It's super important. That we have to make sure we keep our bodies in super, super good shape, because that really does affect how our residual limb looks at the end of the day, the beginning of the day, the middle of the day, for the rest of our lives, everything. So, so don't just settle for being a K2 or a K1 for that matter, or a K3. I encourage you all to push yourselves and, try to strive up to that next K level from wherever your doctor's putting you at. And make sure you have several different feet to try. Don't just go in and try one foot and walk out on that foot. Make sure you try 3 at least, Heck, if you can get your hands on 10, try 10. But at least try 3 cars, because I guarantee you wouldn't just go into, a car lot and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to test drive this car, and that be the only car that you test drive. That would not be a very smart consumer by any means. So this is kind of my blurb for the day, and it was a great, fantastic day. I can't wait for tomorrow to get here so that I can, really kind of put some miles on the foot. So stay tuned, and peace and love to you guys. And I'm a proud member of the Rush family. If you guys have any questions, just shoot me a quick, email, or on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, whatever. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.